Every year, the NFL announces their schedule in May for the upcoming NFL season. And every year, each one of the 32 franchises puts out a unique video to announce their schedule. It's kind of become a showcase in NFL content creativity, and a nice little off-season project for everyone's social media teams. Some teams hit home runs year after year, while other teams mail it in. As I'm recording this, it has been about just over 24 hours since each team released their schedule videos. Now, watching 32 videos in one day seems like a daunting task, and I'll tell you, it is. I know this because I did it. I did it so you don't have to. I watched every single team's schedule release video and rated them on a tier list for you. You can go in the description below and watch the ones that interest you and skip the ones that suck. While you're there, maybe you subscribe. I don't know. Alright, we have got a lot of videos to cover, so let's get into it. We'll start with the AFC and the Buffalo Bills, who did an AI-themed video.
I mean, just use AI.
AI?
Now, this was set up very well, and there's a good twist right in the middle. Instead of using artificial intelligence, they reached out to NBA legend Allen Iverson to release their schedule. It was a very good misdirection, and it's much better than watching an actual AI video. I actually audibly laughed out loud when Allen Iverson just held up the schedule for about 2 seconds and didn't tell you anything else. I hope this cost them so much money, and they couldn't even get him to say "Go Bills."
Can I get a Go Bills? Go Josh Allen.
Other than that, it was a very good video to start with. I'm going to put this in the A tier. The Miami Dolphins. This schedule release video is the bare minimum for a passable release video. They show you the schedule, which not all teams do, and it's visually decent. There's vaguely motivational speech narrated by a past legend. This should be the floor for every team. It's very uninspired and lacks all creativity. I'm going to put this in the D category. Next up is the New England Patriots, and the Patriots schedule was very YouTubey. They did an egg drop challenge that felt like a science class for slow learners. It felt like they were trying to be a Mark Rober or a Mr. Beast video, but it had the charm and energy of a funeral home. I could also not tell you one game they play this year because this is how long the schedule was on screen for during this 5.5-minute video. During this bottom clip, they talk more about Gillette shaving cream than they do the actual schedule. I don't know about this one. It was very weird. It was creative, I guess, but there was zero star power. Are these really the best players they could get for this? I don't know, I just feel like it missed the mark. They did have an alternative video with Barstool founder and Patriots fan Dave Portnoy, where he conservatively put them at 17-0. So, good luck, New England. I'm gonna put this in the D category. It could have been C, but it was just kind of long and weird and didn't really showcase the schedule. The New York Jets. I like when teams reach out to smaller and talented creators to showcase said talents. The Jets commissioned Jesse Martin to make an infinite drawing, going through the schedule while infinitely zooming into more and more drawings of their opponents in different scenes. It was creative, artistic, and very well done. The only thing I didn't like is that when I went to look at more of Jesse's other work, they didn't credit him in the description. Luckily, he was the top comment, and the Jets didn't even like his comment. And for that, I think the Jets get a B. I'll put Jesse's channel in my description so you can also go check him out. The Baltimore Ravens did a parody of the television show Severance, a show I know of but haven't seen. But from what I know, this was very well done, well thought out, and well executed. I like when a lot of the team's players and coaches participate in the video. They highlighted their marching band, and you get to see a lot of their team facility, which also looked very cool. My only real complaint is that the schedule was a little out of order, but that could be a reference to the television show Severance that I'm unaware of. And the video is one of the longest ones at 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Other than that, it was very creative and very well done cinematically. I'll put that in the A tier. Is there a line where a video becomes too meta? And if so, I believe the Bengals found that line and crossed it in the most boring way. This video had nothing. I don't know if I'm missing something or it's an inside joke in Cincinnati, but I have no idea what I was watching. An infographic with the schedule would have been far more entertaining and a significant less waste of time. I will never get those 3 minutes and 30 seconds back. This is hands down the worst schedule release video I've ever seen. Like, I kept watching and a minute in, I was like, there's still 2.5 minutes. It's probably going to do something. Another minute goes by. There's still a minute and a half. We get down to the last 30 seconds. What are we doing here? Now, let's see if their in-state rival can do any better. Spoiler alert, they can't do worse. And they don't. The Browns partnered with the YouTube channel Macro Room to use his creative video techniques to show off their schedule, while also using some awesome visual effects. This one is very simple and visually cool. Easily a B. The Steelers did a Bigfoot Hunters parody that felt like it lasted longer than the Russell Wilson tenure. This kind of felt like an SNL sketch that airs after Weekend Update, in that it lasted too long, it didn't know how to end, and I didn't laugh once. Its only redeeming quality is that it was shot and edited very well, but it still wasn't great. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the D category. The Texans went with a very simple video with a ton of celebrity cameos, doing a quick parody of the late 90s Budweiser Was Up commercial. With a FaceTime and Houston twist. They also got a ton of Houston celebrities to make a quick cameo and one Bengal fans in Gary Owen. Don't think I didn't see that. It was pretty simple and short, which is never a bad thing. I'll put that in the B category. The Colts did another simple schedule release video, where their mascot took a break from truck-sticking children to set off a Rube Goldberg contraption. It was a little weird that they posted it on their mascot's official channel instead of their own. For a video, this falls into the category of high effort and low effort at the same time, and it was just okay. I'll put it in the C category. The Jacksonville Jaguars used fitness influencer Ashton Hall going through his morning routine to highlight their schedule. Now, in all honesty, I have no idea who Ashton Hall is, and I think if they had replaced him with the mascot Jackson DeVille, it would have been noticeably better. I mean, at least it was short, and it didn't drag on too long, so I'll put that in the C category. The Titans have a reputation of killing it when it comes to these schedule release videos, and this year was more of the same. They did a parody of a drug commercial called Schedule Rizzy, and the side effects were slight jabs at the teams that they were playing. It's not as hilarious as past Titans videos, but it was corny on purpose, and the first schedule thus far that mildly mocked their opponents. This video had the same feel as the Shane Gillis SNL sketch Couple of Beers, but is significantly less funny, because the NFL schedule will never be as funny as severe alcoholism. And for that, I'll put them in the A category. The Broncos did a uniquely Bronco video. Their words, not mine. Now, I'm not from Denver, so I have no idea what's going on here. If you are from Colorado, please let me know if sheep riding is an actual Colorado thing that is worth being the theme of this video. Other than that, I'll have to take the Broncos' word for it, so I will put it in the B tier. The Kansas City Chiefs did a parody of the Cash Cab, and it was pretty well done. They even got the host of the original Cash Cab, Ben Bailey. Now, all the contestants were very much hand-selected, but it was pretty good. It just runs a little long, but it is pretty good. In terms of these videos, it's very unique and well done. I'm going to put it in the A category. The Raiders did a parody of the greatest sports commercial series of all time, the This Is SportsCenter commercials. And for the most part, they were pretty good. It is a little long, but the commitment to the bit is definitely there. And the outtakes at the end were fun too. I'll also put this one in the A category. Now, the Chargers are the gold standard in schedule release videos. Every year, they have been the best video. They have the highest production value, the most well thought out scripts, and they are the best at trolling their opponents during the video. And this year's Minecraft video is no different. I have never played Minecraft, but I can appreciate the little details, and there are so many of them. You're probably gonna have to watch this video 3 or 4 times just to get every reference. The Chargers crush it as usual. This is the first entry into the S tier. This Dallas Cowboy video was one of the most confusing schedule videos because the first time I watched it, I felt like I was missing something. And that's because I was. Apparently, all of these clips were taken from a 4-hour live stream where these Cowboys players were playing golf and there were Easter eggs hidden throughout the course. So I guess to really appreciate that, you need to watch this live stream. And if you think I'm gonna watch a 4-hour live stream of a team I don't care about, you're out of your goddamn mind. I think this video is very meta in its thinking, and it could be a cool backstory, but that also hinges on watching a 4-hour live stream. And I'm out on that. So I'll put this in the C. It could have been B, but yeah, 4 hours, dude, I'm good. The Giants did a parody of a reality show where they introduced the characters to the audience for the first time. It was kind of cheesy at first, but I really think they saved it with their NFL references and jabs to their opponents.
I live by an old family credo. Straight cash, homie.
So I think that extra level of mockery took this from a B video to an A video. There are a lot of references, you might have to watch it 2 or 3 times just to get them all. The Eagles took this opportunity to flex on everyone that they are the defending Super Bowl champions, which I guess is their right, but in terms of this list, it's just a D video. Congrats, boys.
Have your fun, boys, have your fun.
The Commanders went down the nostalgia route, and they absolutely killed it. The Roller Coaster Tycoon theme video was perfect. They showed you the schedule in order. There were constant references and memes throughout the entire thing. I laughed out loud multiple times, especially when they put Kansas City superfan Chiefsaholic in prison and murdered a bunch of Bears fans. This is a very easy choice, S tier. Speaking of Bears fans, their video was a little bit of everything. Celebrity cameos, player cameos, and I guess a Ferris Bueller-style wacky story. As a video, it was shot very well, but it's just okay. There were some funny parts.
Say cheese. I should have said cheese.
But you had to wait 3 minutes and 45 seconds just to get any sort of information on the schedule. And for that, I'm gonna have to just give it a C. The Lions went with a basic schedule release, showing the helmets of the 2 teams playing that week using cool drone shots around the city of Detroit, but most of the shots were shot around Ford Field. And I don't blame them, I wouldn't really want to wander anywhere else in Detroit either. This gets a little repetitive and it's not too interesting and kind of drags on at a certain point. This goes in the C category. The Packers video was quite literally a fever dream that consisted of obscure references of pop culture and internet memes, including a direct reference to noted Miami Dolphins fan Drew Gooden's Road Work Ahead vine.
Road work ahead. I sure hope it does.
This is another video that makes you wait till the end until they just list the schedule. It's not my favorite way of releasing the schedule, so I'm gonna put this in the D category. The Vikings went with a tattoo shop themed video, where they gave fake and possibly some real tattoos, but this one for sure is fake. It's a unique way to release the schedule, I'll give them that, but it's not really my speed, so B, I guess. It's okay. The Atlanta Falcons went with a very proven formula that always works for these type of videos. Take a beloved franchise from the 90s or 2000s, pack it full of memes and digs at your opponents, and have a visually stunning story to go with it. The Falcons killed it with this Mario Kart parody, and it's another entry into the S tier. The Panthers schedule release video was interesting. It's another video that feels like a cut SNL sketch. Like, I see what they were trying to do, but the execution was lacking. But the biggest crime of this video was this is how long you got to see the schedule on screen. Did you get all that? Because that's quite literally how long the schedule was on screen, which is kind of defeating the purpose of this video. I have no choice but to put it in the D category. It's not an F because they at least tried. The Saints video was another weird one. Just a blatant ripoff of a Key and Peele sketch, and I understand that is the intention, it just wasn't good. There were some decent parts.
Stupid question.
But if you're gonna rip something off, either make it your own or make it better, and they did neither. So it's another entry into the D tier. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers went with their former Super Bowl winning coach, John Gruden, doing his unboxing bit. I think that is something he started doing at Barstool, I'm not sure, but that's where I became familiar with it. This one is okay. If you're a fan of the Buccaneers, you might like it more than I did, but this video was 10 minutes long. 10 minutes. This video had nowhere near the energy to keep going for 10 minutes, but they did it, and it suffered for it. Another entry into the D category. The NFC South minus the Falcons was pretty disappointing. Now we get to my team, the Arizona Cardinals. They produced a rap song about their schedule release with current linebacker Mack Wilson. And for an NFL player, it's an okay rap.
JG put us to the test, you know the boys answer. This ain't Carolina in the desert against the Panthers.
They definitely wrote and recorded it before they had the schedule because they only talked about previously known information and even said,
So bro to tighten up, cause Tennessee home. The next week could be a division opponent though.
Kind of a blatant admission that they did not know the schedule because after the Titans, we do not play a division rival. We play the Colts. I think the thing that is most off-putting about this schedule release video is that they take themselves too seriously. In videos that are kind of made to like roast your opponents and make silly, goofy videos, they went like they were actually releasing an album, including selling merch. Like, it's a rap song that's not that great. I don't need you pushing t-shirts on me for it. And I just think it's okay. I'll put it in the C category. That might be a little high, but I also might be biased. The Rams did a parody of The Daily Show with Brenda Song. It was okay. I mean, I might be suffering from fatigue at this point. I've now watched 30 of these videos so far, and this one isn't good, but it isn't the worst. I think if you're going to do a comedy show, you might as well try and reach out to, I don't know, a comedian, but Brenda Song's cool, I guess. Again, it isn't good, it isn't the worst. C tier. The Niners are also going with a nostalgia model by using a parody of the Oregon Trail computer game. I mean, it's good. The digs at the other teams could have been a little better. It started to drag around the 230 mark. It could have been S tier if it was written better, but not even nostalgia could push it into that tier. A. I don't even care anymore. This is taking forever. Jesus Christ, did we save the best for last? This is the perfect schedule release video. A perfect one-to-one parody of a 90s toy commercial. It had the same look, the same feel. It had everything. It looked like an actual toy commercial from the 90s. It had a constant barrage of jokes, jabs, and local team references. The best part, they did it all in under 2 minutes.
It's Marshawn. Get off me, he says. Just a baby stiff arm. Oh, that's gonna get him a fine. Fine money not included.
This is the best schedule release I have ever seen. It is easily the best one of the year, and it goes in the S tier, obviously. And there you have it. Every NFL team's 2025 schedule release video. Again, all of the links to these videos will be in the description below, so you can find them all in one place. And while you're there, why not subscribe? Thanks, and